this is Jolene from Smith's Nature Friendly Farms. I have been so incredibly busy in the garden recently. It is go season and I'm loving it. But I thought today I would do a little unboxing. I got something for my birthday and I wanted to share with you guys what I got and give it a bit of a review. All right, here it is. It's actually kind of hard to imagine that this box is containing a garden bed in it. We're going to open it up. I'm going to show you the parts and then we're going to talk about it. All right, this is the GADI, I'm not entirely sure how it's pronounced, GADI, Galvanized Raised Garden Bed Kit. So essentially what I can do is put this bad boy together piece by piece to make a raised bed. So I have a strawberry patch that I didn't do right and I need to redo. This year is all about fixing things that I've recognized in the garden that haven't been working in the past, and one of them is a strawberry bed. So I'll do an entire video all about strawberries specifically, but I want to talk just about this raised bed. I've already built one. This is actually the second one. And I'm going to show you guys the one that I've already put together and talk you through what I think so far. So this is the kit put together. You can see that I think it's 7 cubic feet is about the inside of it. It's a nice size. It certainly could grow a good number, probably 4 happy squash plants, yellow squash plants really well. It's going to grow a ton of strawberries in there. It's galvanized metal. Supposed to last a bit. Now obviously I cannot speak to how long it will last. I'm going to have to test it out and see how long it lasts. I'm sure at some point there's going to be some rusting going on, but it does talk about that it is covered so that it will last. Now I paid $52 for this, which I thought was a really good price point for a metal garden container. If you go into places like Home Depot right now and get their containers, they're like $250. Now of course those are probably super high quality and might last a lifetime, but if you're looking for something to get you started, I thought this was really reasonable. So for $52, I think it was regular $79. Whether or not that $79 is kind of just put there so that you help you buy the $52 value of it, I'm not too sure, but in the end I paid $52 for it. There were other ones online, similar price range, maybe like $49 was the pricing, but they didn't have the bars on the inside. And one thing I think you have to be careful of with metal containers like these, both on the inside and the outside, is the fact that they will bend. Even high quality ones I think will bend. So I'm going to be using a very, very light soil in this. It should be fine with it as it is, and I'm not overfilling it by any means. I just need something for these strawberries. So I'll get a little bit into the quality of it so far now that I've had my hands on it, but let's take a look just first off at the edging. The edges are very smooth and not sharp. I like that because when I'm in and about the garden, now these are a bit sharp here, these corners, but just the main edges are quite smooth. For the actual strength of this product, I would say that this isn't an overly strong product by any means. If I ram the lawnmower into it, it is going to dent, I have no doubt. Even carrying it, not holding it by both sides, had a potential I could feel like it could bend a bit. So this is not a super strong material. It is strong enough though that it's going to put, once I put it in place where it is now, which it is in place, it is going to be fine. Like, I think it'll hold up just beautifully. And the fact that I'm not using like a heavy clay soil in it, I'm going to be using a really light soil, I think it's going to hold together just fine for probably a good couple of years. The product is listed as food safe, so apparently it's fine for food, hopefully. I mean, I grow with a heck of a lot of plastic in our garden, and I eat M&Ms, and both are not probably the best for me. But in the end, I think this will be just fine for growing in and shouldn't have any major hazards. It can also be painted if you don't like the color. I kind of like the mix of the additional steel color, but I also could, paint them blue, and now it can match my blue garden. But I kind of like the steel. It's nice and the steel look, galvanized look, I guess. Yes. These are actually side ventilation. I don't know how much benefit that provides, but that's what it's advertised with. So great. It has a bonus of side ventilation. Lastly, setup. Setup is so important for many of us. I have no setup skills. I can barely get the screwdriver to put in a screw. Like, I am not a handy girl by any means. I'm a creative one, but not handy. So anyways, this particular product was very easy to set up. Before I had read the how long it takes to set it up, I actually sat back and thought, oh, how long did it take me to set up? And it took me about an hour. It really didn't need an hour. I knew that as I was setting it up, I was like, oh, you're so slow at this. Like, I did it very, very slowly. Normal person, it would probably take about 20 minutes to set up. Advertised time, though, is 5 minutes. I was like, there ain't no way. Somebody is working very, very fast. So it is honestly, though, incredibly easy to set up. It's essentially just screws is it. You are installing each of these. There's just a lot of them. And then I just went over each one with a drill to make sure that they were fit tightly. And then I did make a mistake and I got too far ahead before I got my little bars in. So I had to go back and redo that. That's probably why it took me a little bit longer. I'm not a girl who follows instructions well. But honestly, it's probably 20 minutes to set up. Anybody can set it up. If I can set this up, you can set this up, I promise you. Here it is with the garden compost in it. Like I said, this soil is really light. It's got quite a bit of sand in it, so this is not a heavy soil. I wouldn't, definitely, if you were working with a super thick soil, I don't know that it would be as good. But overall, I give it a thumbs up. How I'm going to fill this container is I'm going to have strawberries all around the outside of this guy so that the strawberries actually hang over. And then on the inside, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 sunflowers and then a bunch of dill. So I think that'll actually, because it faces over by the house, I think that'll actually look quite pretty. Now sunflowers do eat up a lot of nutrients. You got to be careful with that, so I'll be refilling that. But other than that, I think it'll be quite nice. Well, for $50, I think that's a pretty good deal. I'll do an update, give it a little while, let it see how it does in the moisture, and I'll let you guys know if it's something that I would, that I'm happy with still down the road. But by all means, I'll put down a link down below for Amazon where I got it, the exact one that I got. All right, you guys, be friendly, be kind.